Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever it is, wherever you are. So this is another audio video for you guys, and I think you guys are liking these. If this is your first audio video that you have found of mine, I have a whole playlist of audio videos, and the playlist is called Live Talk Audio Only. And one day I'm going to also come on camera and talk about these discussions as well. But some people like the audio only videos because it doesn't obligate them to watch the video. You can just have this playing as you're cooking or cleaning or whatever, riding in the car or whatever. So today's topic, though, is unwanted advice. Ooh-wee, I have had my fair share of receiving unwanted advice, right? Not so much as in today's world, because I've built so many boundaries with people and I've trained people. I'm sorry, guys, I'm in my mom's basement, and that was the heat kicking on and off. I'm sorry. But I've had to train people to stay in their place and you know what I mean? But the unwanted advice, it's mind-boggling how some people honestly and genuinely feel that you need these suggestions, this advice. You need this stuff. And it's kind of gotten to the point where some people, it's like I've mentally diagnosed you with an illness because something must be wrong with you to think that I need this type of advice. It could be anything, y'all. Let's just start with me being a mother. Now, I'm the type of mother, I get it done, okay? I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to shade anyone else, but I get it done, okay? I don't make excuses around Christmas time. I don't make excuses around their birthdays. I don't make excuses around back to school time. I get it done. My children have never not had what they needed. In most cases, all of what they wanted as well. You know what I mean? Because I find a way. I am resourceful. I know how to go and get it. I know how to not allow blockages to affect my children. Right? For example, it could be anything. When people try to insert these little shady comments and this little shady advice, right? I remember a few years ago, I was school shopping, back to school shopping. We all got to do it, right? We all, as mothers, we all try to get them what they want and get them what the hip stuff. And I do, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't feel that, oh, I had a bad childhood. Oh, I didn't have that. Y'all don't need that either. Or, yeah, I didn't have, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Why does your children have to not have just because you didn't have? It makes absolutely no sense to me. Now, I'm not saying go and spend your whole mortgage or all your rent money on expensive stuff just to make your kids happy, just to go back to schooling. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if you can, and they deserve it, and their grades are good, and they respect you, and they're not causing any problems, they're not stressing you out, they're good kids, just make it happen. I am not the mother to make excuses, guys. So I say that to say this. I was back to school shopping one time, and I'm not going to say who this particular family member was, but I don't remember what shoes I had got Ryan. Now, keep in mind, Ryan has never been suspended. She's 15 now, has never. I'm sorry, guys. My phone rang. Anyway. Now, keep in mind, Ryan's 15. She's a freshman in high school now. This girl has never been suspended. This girl has never caused me any types of real issues, right? Just the normal sassy little teenage girl stuff. That's about it. So, if she wants something, she gets it. If it's in my means. So this particular family member goes on to say, oh, you could have just went to shoe carnival and they had a sale. You could have, just all the you could haves, right? If I wanted to go to shoe carnival for my child, I would have. Let's stop giving other parents, other grown women advice, telling them what they could have done, what they should have done. I buy my kids what I want to buy my children, especially during certain types of occasions, back to school. I want her to have what she wants. I don't shop to save money necessarily. You know what I mean? That was just one example. And this has been all my life, guys. Since I have been a mother, I have always received, oh, you could have done this or you should have done that. I've always thrown extravagant parties for my kids. And when I say extravagant, I don't even mean expensive financially. I just mean, they have they always ended up with, the 2-tier, 3-tier cakes and all of the decorations, because I'm a crafty person as well. So I make gift baskets and I do this, like I make stuff, right? So of course my kids' birthday parties are going to reflect my creativeness and my craftiness, not necessarily it's not necessarily that I went out financially, but I just do a lot. Their parties, they may look a little more expensive than they really were, but people don't know that, right? Oh, girl, we could have just went to Chuck E. Cheese or what? So you're triggered by a kid's party because you know that you don't put, you know that you put the bare minimum towards your children. So you want to shade me because you see all the effort that I put towards mine. It's so weird, guys. I'm telling you, I can write a book with all the weird stuff. And see, the weird stuff, you always remember it. It always sticks with you. You don't forget the little shady comments and just stuff, the unnecessary. That's what it is. They're unnecessary comments. Just say, hey, girl, you did a good job. Oh, my gosh. I should insert Tony's Spider-Man sleepover pictures from a few years ago. The kids had so much fun. I had all the stuff personalized. And these are memories that my kids are going to remember. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to water down or do the bare minimum for my children just to make other people comfortable. If you enter my world, if you receive an invite and you come to my house and my kids' party, just enjoy yourself. I get so tired. And this is really, I don't know about any other community, but especially in the Black community, people, I'm telling y'all, it's mind-boggling how people think that they can just say whatever comes to their mind. Like what? Like it can be anything. Like I am a grown woman. Why do you think that I need you to tell me that I could have just went to Chuck E. Cheese instead of throwing my son a party? Obviously, I wanted to throw him a party. I don't know, especially around Christmas time, guys. We start seeing the people on social media. Talking about, focusing on what other people are doing for their kids and focusing so much on how other people are spending their money on their families. Hold on, guys. I'm letting Blaze out. Everybody wants to call and everybody wants to bark, etc. while I'm doing my video. But you really sit around the holidays, guys. Y'all don't need to be buying all that stuff. And oh my God, you guys are going overboard. And how can you tell another grown person that they're going overboard with gifts for their family? Not everybody goes broke during Christmas time buying gifts. And I think that's another delusion that people have. Just because you see people Christmas shopping and buying gifts or whatever, that doesn't mean that they're using their current rent money or their current mortgage money. Responsible people like me, literally, guys, from January, I start saving. Let's see. I would say at least $15, $20 here and there, every paycheck, just extra money that I get. I save that for the end of the year so I can use it for either back to school. Both of their birthdays are in August, or Christmas. I always have that lump sum of money, during, starting in the summertime. I don't start to spend it, before the summer. So if I need it for Christmas or back to school supplies, back to school clothes and shoes, I already have that lump sum of money. But see, people think that you're going broke just because you out Christmas shopping. No, I'm just responsible. And see, that's another thing. I cannot hang around other mothers who make excuses. Both of my children's birthdays are in August. So August is always hectic for me, you guys. Like, August rips me apart because it's both of their birthdays are in August, both of my children, and then back to school time, right? So it's just always a lot going on. However, I know that both of my kids' birthdays are in August, right? So I would never put them in the position to hear, oh, we can't do anything for you guys' birthday because I got this bill, we got bills, this, and that. I would never. Y'all, I promise you, I would. And now don't get me wrong. I know times are hard, right? I understand that. I'm not saying that you're a bad mom if you have to say that. I'm not saying that. However, I see a lot of moms with the $600 wigs, $600 weaves. They got the hair done. They got their nails done. They're buying everything they want. And then when it comes time to buy what you need, then the kids got to hear excuses. It's crazy. I see it all day, every day. I'll never put my kids in the position to hear, oh, I got too many bills. I need to catch up on this. I'm sorry, we can't do anything for your birthday. Please. And I can't be around other mothers who aren't like me. Now, I know sometimes I can be extra. Like, I'm just that person. I'm that person that celebrates everyone else's birthdays. I make a big deal out of everything, but I'm not I'm not a birthday person when it comes to my own birthday, but I like to celebrate and make other people happy and do the most with everyone else. And that's how I am with my children. First, they get that treatment, they get it first, right? But it's just sad how, what kids got to go through. And another thing, the spoiled term, quote unquote, spoiled. Kids having what they need isn't them being spoiled. Kids getting items or gifts and stuff what they deserve isn't spoiled. Oh, we didn't have that. Oh, we never went to Disney World. Oh my God, y'all. When I took my kids to Disney World back in 2021, and I've been preparing to take them back. My plan was to actually take them back that next year, but my plan, we may go back next spring. Baby, when I took my kids to Disney World, y'all wouldn't believe, because first and foremost, I'm a single mother, right? And people see me as a single mother, still not missing a beat. I'm making it happen. And people, their curiosity sparks, like, and this was after the pandemic and everything, right? People, I don't know, it's like they expect you to not be able to do things because they aren't able to do things. And some of these women, like, they have boyfriends and husbands and still aren't able to do what some of these single women do. And I think that sparks some type of jealousy, which triggers these shady comments and stuff. Now, I'm not saying every married woman is jealous. I'm not saying any of that. However, I know a lot of married women who are literally, I don't want to say being hindered, but they could be doing more. They could, you know what, that's another video. All I'm saying is I've gotten shady comments from a lot of women who I can tell were triggered because they see what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis with my children, and I'm not struggling, and I've never, there's no one there's no one out here that can say they ever had to give me money or any of that. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that if you've ever needed money from people, but I'm just specifically talking about myself and how I am and how I don't allow it to get to that point. You guys know what I'm saying? I make it happen. So I guess that's why I've always received like all these half shady comments, like, and most of them were probably just monitoring spirits anyway. I made a video about that yesterday. But people don't like seeing people do what they can't do, bottom line. And the unwanted advice and stuff. As far as Disney World, oh, that's too expensive. I could have went with y'all, but it's too expensive. What do you mean it's too expensive? Disney World is literally legit not that expensive if you plan it. What I spent for me I buy 2 children, 3 people for, I think it was 6 or 7 days. It wasn't expensive. It was worth it. I went to Disney World when I was 11. Even if I hadn't gone to Disney World when I was a kid, I wouldn't let that determine if my children go or not, because, oh, I didn't go to Disney World when I was a kid. I'm not going to spend all that money. They don't need all of that. What do you mean they don't need all of that? Like, travel with your kids, guys. Save money and allow these kids to get out and see things. Oh, I wouldn't have, I got a message after I posted the pictures on Facebook. Oh, how much was that? Number one, I don't ask people personal questions like that, right? Why you really don't want to know how much it was, because you're not going to take your kids. You're just trying to see how much money I had and how much money I was willing to spend on my children. You're being nosy. I was getting those type of messages, y'all. Well, how much was it? If you wanted to take your kids to Disney World, you would have already been thinking about it. Why do you have to see me take mine to take yours? I got so many messages on Facebook after I posted those pictures, and I would direct them to the website. You know what I mean? And it's like, it depends on how long you stay. It depends on how many parks you want to go to. You know, I was just letting people know that. But no, they wanted to know exactly how much I spent. So I guess they can try to shade me and say, ooh, girl, ooh, Listen, people just don't know. If I had the money that I really plan on having, baby, I plan on taking my kids to Paris. I plan on taking my kids a lot of places. People just don't know. Baby, Disney World ain't nothing. Some people go to, and my thing is, some people go to Disney World every year. But you take your kids to Disney World one time and it's like a big deal. Like, I just can't. The unwanted advice, you know, it can be, oh my God. So if you're in St. Louis, if you live in St. Louis, guys, we have a grocery store called Dierberg's. Someone told me they don't know why I shop at Dierberg's. Dierberg's is way too expensive because I like quality things. Yeah, I shop at Walmart. I still shop at Aldi. I still shop at, other grocery stores. You know, when I grocery shop, honestly, I go to like 3 grocery stores when I grocery shop. I don't do everything everywhere. I don't get everything from everywhere like the normal woman. You know, we go to Walmart. We may go get some stuff from here and there, and then we have everything we need. But it's like, too expensive for who? So if you're telling me Dierberg's is too expensive as a grocery store, I could never plan for both of us to take all of our kids to Disney World. Hell, if the grocery store, you're claiming the grocery store is too expensive. So I could never do no real stuff with you, with the kids. I don't know. Unwanted advice, shady comments. And you guys know when you let somebody say something, then you get home and you like, what? Like, you realize it when you get home. You realize it when you get home, and that's that discernment. That's God allowing you to realize what they said. I'm telling you, because it stuck for a reason, right? It stuck for a reason. But anyway, this Blaze is outside barking, y'all. More videos to come. I am going to get on camera and discuss all these little audio video topics as well, but I still like to just have the audio videos out there for those who like just listening. Be grateful. Be mindful, be thankful, be appreciative, go on about your day, live the type of life that you want, unapologetically. Buy your kids whatever the heck you want to buy your kids, no matter what they say, okay? It's not your fault that they can't do what you're doing, all right? Anyway, I love y'all. If you're still listening, thank you so much. If you like these audio videos, I have a whole playlist. I have my grocery haul videos, my cooking videos, everything organized it in a playlist. Even Ryan and Tony has their playlist. Our lizard King the gecko, he has his own playlist. So we getting real organized over here, y'all. Bye.